This story revolves around a particular fast food chain that you probably know. I'll have to censor the fast food chain's name in my story, because if I don't know what they'll do to me. This story happened 5 3/4 of a year ago, and I've never told anyone about this. It happened on a summer night around 11 p.m. I was really hungry, and being a broke college student, I didn't have money to eat somewhere fancy like Burger King. So, I went to
Redacted.
I lived in a smaller country town, so the streets were usually empty at night. The drive was easy, and when I got there was no one in the parking lot. I walked in, expecting to see someone at the counter, but there was nobody. Confused and slightly curious, I walked up. Still, nobody came. I was a teenager, so I was more prone to breaking rules, and I decided to walk around the back of the counter and hop over it. I wanted to see what was going on back there, and to see if anybody would take my order. They were definitely still open. I checked online and it said they were. The lights were on, the doors were unlocked, but nobody there. After I got over the short counter, I walked further back into the store. I could hear the usual whir of machines, but nothing like footsteps, talking, none of the usual human sounds you would expect. All of it stark empty. No prepared meals, no to-go orders. It was like they hadn't been running. My curiosity was at a peak now. I could not stop myself from going further in. I crept slowly, cautiously. I didn't want anybody to hear me if there was someone. I didn't want to get in trouble, after all. Even if nobody was there. As I went further back, past the pots and the pans, past the cleaning area, I heard a strange whooshing sound. It sounded like a can of compressed air. Was somebody else in here? Were they tagging the place? As I neared the end of the kitchen area and close to where the backside door opened, I could see the tip of someone's hat poking out from behind one of the shelves. It was definitely a worker. Those hats are pretty recognizable. I crouched down between a cart and looked between the cracks. They must have had some sort of headphones on, and that's why they couldn't hear me. Were they doing whippets? Creeping along the side of the wall, trying to be unseen, trying to make no noise, I came across an area that had just been mopped, and I slipped, hitting the ground with a loud thud. This was enough to catch the person's attention. I had fallen straight into eye line of everything that was going on. The employee, standing there, with headphones on, staring at me. An aerosol can in her hand, stuck directly into a pink mound. I could tell the pink mound was burger flesh, the same kind that they use for the
Redacted.
burgers. It was then, lying on the floor, only then did I realize, did I finally come to the conclusion. Aerosol Burger.